Hi, this is Neil, and I'm collaborating with the great HPC Today magazine on the Surfactant Insights podcast. As we saw in episode 1, commodity surfactants, like commodity chemicals in general, are marketed on the basis of physical specifications. They tend to have low gross margins, high volumes, and competitive markets. They include well-known surfactants like LAS and SLES. Specialty surfactants are marketed on the basis of assured performance in specific applications. They tend to have higher gross margins, lower volumes, and less competitive markets. They are more difficult to substitute. Many surfactants sold into markets like lubricants, mining, agriculture, cosmetics, and food fall into the specialty category. The key differentiator is information. Specialties carry with them more information and more external applications information. As a supplier of specialty chemicals, you need to develop a deep understanding of your customers' applications for the products they buy from you, and in many cases, this understanding needs to be greater than that of any one of your customers. The rewards for accumulating this application's knowledge can be great. Specialty chemicals will earn gross margins of 40% or more and EBITDA margins of around 20%. Their commodity counterparts will see margin percentages of half that and less. This taken from 2024 published financials for companies in our surfactant industry. And it's not just the margin dollars themselves, but how those dollars are valued when investors consider what a company's worth. Recent data from Scott Macon Investment Bank show specialty chemical transaction multiples of over 14 times EBITDA. For commodity chemicals, that same multiple is around 9 times. Stock trading multiples show the same pattern. S&P Commodity Chemicals Index trades at 7.7 times EBITDA, while the Specialty Index trades at around 13.5. So, how does a company make the transition to including more specialty business in its portfolio, that is, to become more of a specialty company? Let's take a look at a couple of recent case studies from publicly available information. Croda, back in 2007, could not truly be considered a specialty chemicals company. They had a gross margin of 22% and EBITDA margin of around 10%. A large part of their manufacturing was churning out high volumes of commodity fatty acids in large facilities. Over a period of 3 years, they divested all this fatty acid business comprising plants in Malaysia, the US, and Germany. They then embarked on a series of acquisitions intended to bolster their specialties business. This included companies in ag-chem, encapsulation, fragrances, botanical extracts, and life sciences. By 2019, 12 years into the mission, they had a gross margin of 45% and EBITDA margin of over 20%. Very much a specialty chemicals company. Vantage was formed in 2008 by the private equity company HIG via acquisition of one of those Croda fatty acid sites in Chicago. Over the next 17 years, primarily via acquisitions of small specialty businesses in cosmetics and food ingredients, they transformed the company into one with 2 major divisions. One, the original fatty acid business with derivatives. The other, a specialty company with a deep focus on ingredients for cosmetics and food. Now, mergers and acquisitions is not the only way to get there, although that can accelerate the process, which in any event takes time. Indeed, other things have to be addressed to develop and sustain a specialty chemicals business. These include organizational structure, where applications-driven business units replace more centrally managed functions. Manufacturing, where batch and smaller continuous systems convey advantages in terms of product mix. R&D with as much or more focus on applications R&D versus synthesis. Marketing, where product marketing gives way to solutions marketing and product management gives way to market management. And finally, human resources, which needs to develop a sufficient level of market and applications knowledge in order to identify hires with the right skills and background. If you have ambitions to make such a transition for your company, the time to start is now. So there we are. Lots to think about. If you've anything to add or to ask, please get in touch. In the meantime, thanks again for listening.